is Jan from New York City, Saves Money. How's everybody doing today? And if you are brand new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you're just passing by to say hi, hello. And if you are a veteran here, a warm and humble thank you, thank you, thank you so very, very much. Going to talk today about August savings. I love beginnings of the month, don't you? Clean slate, new chance to start again every single beginning of the month. I come up with some more tips and tricks for saving, so try to tune in every single time at the beginning of the month, depending on when how the month falls on a calendar. It was usually be on the first Monday of the beginning of each month. Let's get started with the month of August with some quick savings tips and tricks. One, organize your thoughts and start with an inexpensive notebook at the dollar store. I'm telling you, I cannot live without my trusty notebook. Now, I know that we live in a digital age, and it's totally fine. If you prefer to do the digital way, that's totally cool too. But for me, well, I'm over 60. I am used to working with notebooks, even though I taught, and especially because I've taught, I was totally used to having notebooks all around me. So for me, notebooks work for me. But it's the idea of having that something that you can organize your thoughts. Sometimes you get an impulsive idea and you say to yourself, oh, yeah, I'll remember it later. And you didn't jog it down into your notebook or into your digital or whatever device you have. And then hours go by, you say, wait a minute, I had a really cool idea, but what on earth was it? Therefore, a really good thing to do would be to keep something of your thoughts in an organized manner. Those helpful, organized thoughts may eventually help you to either generate more money with great ideas or save some money or not spend. So it's just, to me, a teensy-weensy investment. Get that little something or get in the habit of using your digital device every single time that you want to organize your important thoughts. Next, August means back to school savings. So therefore, take full advantage on like stationery, pens, pencils, other things that you may need to update your home office. This is the time to go out there and to do it right now. Next, begin to add to your pantry, or at least begin a pantry stockpile in case you haven't done so. I used to laugh at people with stockpiles years ago. I'm not going to lie. Being a Manhattanite, I used to say, stockpile. This is New York. Who needs a stockpile? No, that's nonsensical thinking. Everybody needs a little bit of a stockpile. I don't care if you live in Midtown Manhattan or if you live in goodness knows where you live, wherever you live. Everybody needs that thing to fall back upon. The good news is when we had Superstorm Sandy, by that time, my thinking had changed and I had at least 2 weeks of a stockpile. Okay? So don't say you can't afford one, because you actually can. And there are many, many videos out there. You could start by adding a couple of cans of stuff that you purchase at the grocery store during your normal grocery haul. Get a couple of extra things that are on sale. Take advantage of the BOGOs or whatever. Manage a special. Take full advantage of it and put it away. Rainy days do come. Second half of the month can be really, really difficult and challenging for many, many folks out there. And just having that little bit of a cushion, it just makes you feel better. Not to mention, it is the wise thing to do. Slow and steady wins the race, by the way. So you don't have to be a weekend warrior with your brand new stockpile. Just saying, just saying. Next, how do you feel about meal planning? Now, I know there's some people could care less about it. Some people believe it's like it doesn't save money. I disagree with that somewhat. I think it can save money. I definitely believe it could save time by having the key components ready for those meals that you throw together. If you never plan ahead, and it's like you're scratching your head every night trying to figure out from scratch what to do about your dinner, for example. Do you really want to be in that position? Aren't you kind of on the tired side at that point in the day? Just saying, as opposed to having everything ready. And to me, by being ready, that's going to give you a less of a tendency and a little bit less temptation to pick up the phone and make that expensive phone call, calling up the food in. Not if you have savings goals. Not if you can't, well, I hate to use can't afford it, but can't afford it at the moment. Because the last thing people want to do is live beyond their means, if they have savings goals, for example. Next, small wins. Small wins truly add up. I'll tell you a story about me. I was really excited this morning when I checked an account and I found that I was like $45 ahead. Why was I so excited? Because I conscientiously made an effort. I made an effort to shave off $10 each week on my grocery bill. That adds up. $10 here, $5 there. Turning down that outside bagel, for example. Things of that nature. Eating before you go out. All of these things add up. They are small wins, but at the end of the day, they are wins. So, what is your win? What can you do to win and be happy when you find out the following month, when you check your account balance and you find out, hey, instead of being, let's say, $50 below, you are $50 ahead. Multiply that number by 12. What do you get at the end of the year? Just saying, just saying. And all I did was really basically take that $10 off. And there are so many ways we could do that. And we go over that all the time. And here's the thing. It didn't change my joy level by removing that money each week. So again, I came out ahead. Next, try to plug up the money wasters in your life this month. I mean, we should always do that, but make a conscientious effort to do that. What do I mean by money wasters out there? Do you ever see those offers that say, for example, sign up for this free 7-day trial, sign up for this free 2-week offer, sign up for this free? Nothing in life is totally free. Just saying, just saying. I really believe that. There's always some sort of a cost someplace. That's my opinion on that. But when it comes to these so-called free trials, that's not an opinion. This is a fact. They are hoping and praying, these 7-day free trial people type thing, that you forget that you agreed that if you continue on, it is implied that your account's going to get charged. You may not even really like the thing. So if you do go for those 7-day trial things, make sure to create a reminder, an alert at day number 5, so you don't fall into the trap of getting charged. I don't want to say the company, but I fell into this trap about 2 years ago, and it ended up costing me $100 of something I wasn't even happy with. Don't let that happen to you. So that's a huge one. That is really a huge one. And that is definitely a money leaker, especially when you don't even like the thing. Oh, yikes. Be very, very careful. Next, notice if you purchase things on the fly more often than not. Now, we all fall prey to the occasional situation where you might need, and literally need, to make that purchase on the fly. You made a mistake, you forgot to bring a couple of bottles of water on a car trip, for example, and your body is requiring water because you are genuinely thirsty. So you end up stopping off at one of those convenience places and paying 2 or 3 times more than you really wanted to spend in the first place, because after all, with the water, you might decide to get a bag of chips or whatever else. You know what I'm trying to say there. Notice if this happens to you more often than not on your journeys, because that equals money wasted. Especially things like, let's say, for an egg sandwich. Eggs are so inexpensive. You could easily make something like that at home. Eat it before you leave. And this is just my opinion. Make sure you have that water with you, especially on those hot days. Just saying, just saying. Okay, gifts. Now, spending money on gifts. Okay, this is a doozy. Spending money on gifts that people don't really use or care for. How do you feel, or did you feel if you found someone that you know that did not really like or use the gift that you had really good intention to give that person, and you spent money that kind of sort of you really had to like scrimp and save for? Be very, very careful in the area of gift giving. And personally, I don't give anyone subscription gifts, because let's say they didn't like the thing in the first place. Why would they like it every single month times 12? That is a waste of money on my end, and that's a waste of, well, feelings on their end, if they don't really like the thing, and they have to have the burden of figuring out what to do with that thing. So be careful, especially with so-called gifts of subscription. Make 100% certain that person loves that thing that you may want to spring a surprise on. Because if they don't use it or like it, the both of you turn out to be losers on that deal. So don't do that. Right now is actually a good time to start planning your Christmas budget, or shopping list right now for whom is going to be on your list. There are many great videos out there about that, and recently actually Kate Kaden did a video talking exactly about this. I'm going to hook it up in the description box below. Isn't it nice? Like, here it is, it's August. This is such a nice time to start thinking about and doing these things leisurely, at a leisurely pace. Unless you're the type of person that thrives on the Christmas rush, I don't know about you, but I am not a fan of that. I kind of like to know that my ducks are lined up in a row and everything is ready to go. And really, by the time, let's say, before Thanksgiving, my list is either complete or fine-tuned for sure and for real. So this is the time to at least get your toe in the water and get started by planning ahead. And if you're a crafting person and making things for people, you certainly need that time to do that. So just saying, just saying. Now this one, to me, is the most important tip that I'm giving you today. And it's not comfortable for me to say this because I don't like saying this. However, I have to say this. Turn a deaf ear on family and friends that try to incentivize you to spending your money that you may not have, and you feel kind of embarrassed by the pressure. Don't fall prey into that. For example, they come into your home or into your life or on a long phone call, or let's say a video chat with the you should do thises and you should do that's and you should do thises and you should do that. Meantime, these people say all these you should do's. Meantime, they're not sending you one thin dime helping you out to do those things that makes them feel so happy. Don't fall prey to that, because that has happened. Okay, that has happened. I know what it feels like. Don't fall prey. That was years ago when I was younger and just not brighter in that area. But I saw a specific person I knew that had a tendency with the why don't yous and you should do this is and you should do that, and then you get pumped up and you say, yeah, that person is right. Maybe your wallet is not right. Maybe your bank account is not ready at that moment in time. And it's not to say that that person wasn't accurate in some of the instances. Maybe those people are. I knew a couple of people that they had a bad habit of the you shoulds and the you shoulds. Well, okay, you could take whatever they say with a grain of salt. Stay firm and stay strong to your personal savings goals. They are not living with your bank accounts, hopefully. They are not living with your goals and your dreams. They try to make you think you really need the whatever it is, when at the end of the day, it's wishful thinking and a want. So be careful around people that may try to do that. Yes, there are influences that are very well-meaning, but they try to redecorate your home and redecorate your life on your dime and your wallet. So to me, this is huge. Very huge. Do not give up your power by taking that breath and stepping back and saying no to that kind of costly nonsense. In the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Have a wonderful month. I do love August. It's a great month. And actually, every month is great. But there's something about August, because it's like summer is starting to dwindle and you want to catch everything that you can. So there. In the meantime, enjoy your day, week, month, everything. Examine your budget. Don't fall prey to nonsense. And stop the wallets from leaking. So there. Have an amazing day, everybody. By the way, before I go, please, if at all possible, don't forget to contribute one can at a time to your local food bank or food pantries. I say one can, but I really mean one person at a time, doing the best you possibly can do. One person's help is great, but multiply that by many people, and that is fantastic. Have an amazing, fantastic day.